We're in a Wolverine side-by-side, which should be a lot of fun. I'm a little nervous, but I think Jimmy's got
I'm not going to
this.
let anything happen to you.
He's not going to let anything happen to me.
As you can see, fire crews are working to contain the fire, but I was also told that the Thunder Bay Theater, they only suffered smoke and water damage. They have games, as you can see, cornhole in the background. They have a selfie station, a DJ, lots going on. Matthew, tell me, how does it feel to be celebrating with all your friends this year?
It's very, very awesome.
The capacity crowd is expected to come out to attend tonight's special meeting to address the concerns the community has surrounding the future of the Alpena Township Fire Department. People were coming in getting last-minute bumper stickers, decals, and signage for their yards. The question for tonight is, what does Make America Great Again mean? I had an opportunity to speak with Republican Headquarters Chairman Jesse Osmer.
First pitch, 1:10 p.m.
You going?
Well, no, I gotta be here. I gotta work. Come on, Stephanie. I can't take the day off just to go to Comerica Park. Come on now.
It might be worth it, though.
And she's not the only one. No, she knows she won't be the only one. So tonight, she's not wondering what you're going to tell your daughter. She's asking what you're going to teach your son.
Poetry, music, and a candlelight vigil were a part of Wednesday night's events to honor victims of sexual assault. Every April 28th, Denim Day serves as a national prevention and outreach campaign. This year, Hope Shores Alliance and Alpena Community College came together in celebration of the initiative. Hope Shores Executive Director Valerie Williams says the day stems from a case in Italy 20 years ago.
The case was taken to the Supreme Court under appeal, and they overturned the conviction based on the victim's jeans being, quote-unquote, too tight. So they ruled that the survivor must have helped the perpetrator remove the jeans.
The hanging jeans with different phrases and sayings were the work of ACC faculty and students. Student Leadership Commission's Ashley Nowicki works on a lot of the school's events, but this one has been near and dear to her.
It means a lot to me because this is a cause that is so important to me, and the Student Leadership Commission has done a lot of projects this year, but this one is by far my favorite. It's the one I'm so proud of, and it means so much to me, and I'm so impressed and proud of how it came out.
Nowicki says because this is a small community, people don't recognize that sexual assault happens here. She adds that advocates' voices need to be louder than the ones who contradict the reality of what is happening. In Alpena, Stephanie Maniche, WBKB News.
Is Northeast Michigan promoting diversity in our schools, in our houses of worship, and in our workplace?
These were just a few questions asked to local supporters by Peace Walk organizer Marie Fielder. She said the video of Floyd's death was so upsetting and so disgusting, she felt compelled to do her part.
My feeling is that when we are silent, we are speaking, and the message is not a good one. And I felt like here in Northeast Michigan, we have a wonderful community of color. And what are they thinking when this community is silent?
Enthusiastic supporters determined for change shared Fielder's sentiments as they met behind the NOAA sanctuary to march across the bridge and through town. Protesters were shouting George Floyd's name and holding their signs high to express disgust toward the injustice for people of color. But one local resident finds being optimistic a bit of a challenge.
I think it's kind of hard to be optimistic, and it almost makes you want to tear up thinking about it, because how long have we been marching as people of color? This has been going on for how long? We're screaming George Floyd, but this goes all the way back to people like Emmett Till.
Fielder, however, is hopeful and wants people of color to know they are not alone in their struggle for justice.
We feel the pain of George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery and Breonna Taylor. And while we don't walk in their shoes and we can't speak for them, we want them to know that we grieve too, and we are here to support them in any way possible.
Today we're speaking with Dr. Danielle Knight, co-owner of Schweitzer Veterinarian Clinic. Dr. Knight knew this is what she wanted to do since she was a child. Her story is unique in that way, and today we're going to take a look. Dr. Knight, thank you so much for joining me today. So many of us change our paths, but You didn't.
I have to give proper credit to my parents.
Today I'm at Alpena Community College and I'm speaking to instructor and advisor Andrew Pad about how he got into his journey. Andrew, thank you so much for joining me today. Let's talk about how you got into this field.
I started out long ago when I was in high school.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Stephanie Maniche. FDA has expanded its emergency use authorization for Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine to include children as young as 12 years old. An advisory committee is expected to vote on the decision on Wednesday. Chris Martinez reports from Los Angeles. Detroit Police Chief James Craig says he will retire June 1st. Reports surfaced over the weekend that Craig was stepping down and possibly considering a run for governor. At a press conference Monday, Chief Craig, a Republican, said he has not yet made a decision, but was not ruling out the possibility either.
Since the story broke, I've gotten countless calls, text messages, Facebook shots, emails from people across this great state, Democrats and Republicans, who said they want me to seek office. I have not made that decision.
Craig has served as the Detroit Chief of Police for the past 8 years. The native Detroiter has served 44 years in law enforcement. He has worked for departments in Los Angeles, Portland, Maine, and Cincinnati, Ohio. Police arrested an Alpena woman and 2 others for breaking and entering. 19-year-old Cheyenne Marie Villeneuve from Alpena broke into a home where she was once a tenant. The homeowner was in the process of renovating and noticed a broken screen and his tools missing. An investigation led to the arrest of Villeneuve and 2 other people. The other 2 were cited and are awaiting arraignment. Villeneuve faces home invasion charges and destruction of property. Her next court date is May 11th. If your finances have taken a hit from the pandemic, you may qualify for assistance from the Federal Communications Commission. The FCC's Emergency Broadband Benefit Program allows recipients to receive discounts on their broadband internet service. It's intended to help families stay connected by making internet bills more affordable during the pandemic. Eligibility requirements are on our website, WBKB11.com, along with a link to the program's webpage. Applications open Wednesday, May 12th. Students in Alpena Community College's Machine and Welding program won a statewide competition despite the challenges they faced. Here's more.